Hey there guys, this is Obsidian Chill. Got a video for today. This is a continuation of my test server videos, a part of episode 42, Legion of Doom. Today we're looking at the open world Doom to Washington, DC. So this is what you're going to have to do when you log in first to the DLC. You'll go up to Martian Manhunter. As you can see there, I'm switching to my style. That style is a preview of the regular vendor set. And then the style that I switch back to is the purple vendor set, Future Warden. So I'll show those obviously more in detail in another video when I go walk through everything in terms of like the styles and feats and everything, but I just want to give a quick preview. And then also if you see these cards, Batman cards above my head, that's also a preview into the Batman and Ops ally, which I will also bring you in a video probably in the next couple of days. So the open world, there's 3 missions, and then there's 2 bounty missions. So I will say, in my honest opinion, this is the one part of the episode that's a bit underwhelming. I'm sure there's going to be stuff added to in the future in terms of adding like an extra bounty or an extra mission or something like that. But it's just that you'll see as I'm kind of exploring around, this map is huge. It's a very, very huge map, tons of space, definitely bigger than Flashpoint Gotham, if I'm estimating correctly. But the issue is that there's only 3 daily missions, and all the missions you can complete in the same area. Like there's no incentive to explore the whole map. I mean, you could go out of your way to do the daily missions, but you don't have to because they're all really close to the same area. And with like if you really tried, you could do all 3 daily missions in about 3-4 minutes. Just because you go from one area. So basically the daily missions are set into 3 different categories. So one, basically you're fighting like Lex themed allies or NPCs. You're fighting the ultraviolet lanterns in one, and this one you're fighting more like generic doomsayers and doom citizens. But the thing is, all of them are pretty much in the same area. So you can basically just do like a little crescent moon kind of shape and hit all of them. So you don't have to run anywhere else besides that. Now, there are some feats that involve counter feats in terms of destroying with Lex turrets. You saw that me turn the cog on that graffiti. There's also a feat for that. There's also a feat for like defeating the ultraviolet lantern. So there is some incentive to be able to explore the map and go to different areas, mainly just for those feats. And once you're done, they're all 10 stars. So once you do that feat, then it's pretty much done. Once again, you're just kind of not really much incentive to explore the map. So that's the one thing I find a little bit underwhelming. Like I know there's a lot of potential, because if you think about it, like Flashpoint Gotham, you had multiple missions and you had multiple areas you had to go to. So you had to go to like completely different sides of the map to be able to do it. There was some crossover, but a lot of the times you were exploring more of the map. And then if you had those paradox bounties that happened, those were, once again, all over the map in terms of locations. Sometimes they didn't spawn at the exact same spot, and you had to go to different ones. Where this time, as you'll see once I show the bounties, they're all in the same location. They don't move, they don't fluctuate, they're always spawned in the exact same spot. Then also, as kind of a preview, once you get the OP item through the intro mission, which again I'll show in a video, you have to go to that Lex tower there, and basically so they separated the OP vendor completely different side of the map from the spawn location. But you'll kind of see parts of the Washington DC, like the monument stuff all over the place. When I first saw the map, I thought it was going to be like an unbottled Metropolis kind of style, but it's a completely different. I mean, there's some aspects where things you'll see familiar, like the if you remember from Smallville, you'll see that like LexCorp tent. If you remember the Smallville alert. And the other thing too is, I was going to mention, is some of the missions kind of give the exact same feel that from Birds of Prey. In terms of, I understand because there's a kind of relation, because Birds of Prey was essentially defending LexCorp, and it was right in Metropolis by LexCorp. So you're going to have the same similar missions and NPCs, but I felt that it just gives it doesn't really separate it enough for me. But in terms of the open world itself, I mean, it's great. I mean, it's a huge map. Hopefully, with the extra serviceability, it won't be too bad in terms of a phase. Because holding, like, for example, in the future, if the developers want to do like an open world kind of dev invasion where they fight monsters, or not monsters, but more boss enemies, then this is a perfect spot to do it, because there's super wide open plains, tons of space.
Thanks you for your actions against
Thanks for being a guiding light for the people of Earth.
So we got the 3 updates here, and then I'm going to go and show you the 2 bounties as well. So the bounties are from Cyborg and Lady Blackhawk there. I already had the mission. So it's Gifts of Dooms and Source of Doom. So with the bounties, you have 3 different choices. So you don't have to fight the same one each time. You could do Black Manta, Giganta. Giganta is a separate bounty. But in terms of Grodd, in terms of Black Manta and Cheetah, you could do any of the 3. So this is going to be the Giganta one, separate bounty. And we'll cut away to actually showing what it looks like. Now with the bounties too, my concern with them, I'm not sure if it's going to be adjusted, but I mean, you're going to see in the clip here, there's a 5 DPS in this group, and we defeat Giganta in about a minute. So just imagine when it hits live server, there's going to be like 30 to 40 DPS. So these bounties are going to be dead in like 30 seconds. And they respawn quite quickly. So by the time you run from this bounty, do the second one, and return your missions, you could loop back and Giganta's already going to be there. So it's definitely going to be a huge mark farm, especially when like double and triple marks come out. You're just going to be doing like a bounty rotation. And those, I mean, I can give you like a little quick preview in terms of feats. The only counter feats presently on test only go up to 20. Giganta's 25, the other ones are 20. So there's not like, 200 bounties or farms or anything like that you have to do. It's just right now they're just 20. And then there's 1 feat for beating all the, like, earning all the feats. But Giganta here, I mean, you see some source. I mean, she's an interesting bounty, and but I mean at the same time, it's not enough damage. You could do this in like a group of 4 and not have a problem at all. And here we're going to show you Black Manta. So once again, these bounties are always in the exact same location. Little tight square. He's always going to be fighting Aquaman. Then we jump ahead behind the monument here. And we're going to find Grodd. So once again, with such a huge map, you certainly could have spread out a bit of the bounty locations, in my opinion. But they may have other plans down the road, so that I can't speak to. So that was Grodd. Now we're going to fight Cheetah, and I'll be able to zoom up on the new Cheetah model as well. So this will be Cheetah there. She's kind of walking. She's looking a little thin. But this is just showing what the bounty looks like here. Same thing. I think Cheetah was defeated in about a minute as well. And really, she just has these tornadoes. So once again, it's going to be pretty heavy mark farm, I believe, for bounties, which we've had in the past. But other than that, trying to see here. So I do want to wait on my everything you need to know video, which basically I'm going to cover the Batman Who Laughs ally. I want to cover the Elite Alert for you guys. I want to cover the Elite Raid testing for you guys. What else am I planning? I could also, once they put the mark packs on test, or I get some marks, I will show you the new crafting system, because it has changed slightly in terms of how you do your mods. And there is a big change in terms of the catalysts that you need for it. But the mark plans are 85 marks each, and that's not in the realm of possibility to farm all those marks, unless I want to do like 50 bounties. So hopefully the mark pack comes out this weekend. If not, I'll try to get some marks for you guys so that I can show you those mod plans and do that video as well. And here's just kind of overview of the map. So you can see it's a very large map, and we only really use like 5% of it presently. But there's some green nodes, there's some collection nodes, there's some counter feats for like destroying the turrets, I guess I mentioned before. So we'll see how this open world is used in the future, because that actually does look nice. But take care, guys, as always. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.